Yes, it's true. Black walls are officially out for 2025. I'm holding this in case you throw something at me. But look, I am going to show you 5 ways to fix yours without repainting. Since so many people did add black to their world in the last 8 years since this look has been trending, and to be clear, it just seemed like such an easy and obvious choice. Like black, oh my gosh, totally timeless, right? Doesn't every room need a hit of black? A hit, okay? Not an overdose. If you've been following me for any length of time, you'll know that I've been warning about black and all the things the entire time this look has been trending. But today, I'm just gonna tell you how to make it look good, how to make it look more timeless than it might look right now. So stay tuned because you're going to learn a lot about decorating even if you don't have any black walls. By the way, if you need some large color samples to choose the right darks, colors, there are a couple blacks in my system, as well as all the neutrals that are attached to my neutral color wheel. You can find those links down below. When you have my 50 neutrals and whites in either Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore, that's all you need to choose the right neutral. And since warm neutrals are now coming back along with color, having the boards to compare makes a huge difference and makes it much easier to choose. So check out the links below. And you're going to want to subscribe to my channel because the only thing I've been talking about on social media for the last 17 years has been timeless design, and that is what I do, is help homeowners and designers create a timeless home they'll love forever. Okay, and that brings me to tip number 5. Now I'm saving the best one for the last, so stay tuned because everybody needs tip number 1. Tip number 5, adding contrast. So because black is the heaviest color and it can just suck the light and the life right out of a room, what you need to do is introduce contrast with an interesting shape and with opposite colors. So for example, this room with just the addition of the black and white art and the fact that it's like a gallery wall above the sofa makes a huge difference to like making that black wall look better. And then if you've ever been in a Ralph Lauren restaurant, beautiful art with gold frames everywhere. So you've got that interest with the art that's being created and the contrast, and also with furniture. The simplest items will look high drama against a black wall. So if you have an interesting shape, even better. So the best tip I have for you that's the easiest to wrap your head around when you're thinking about contrast is when you buy anything, you're thinking of a bed against your black wall. Don't choose a black bed, choose an upholstered bed in a light color, for example. That will provide a really nice balance of light and dark, which all decorators know makes a room that much more interesting. The same thing applies to, for example, if you have a black island, don't put black chairs in front of it. Choose white or a color, and that will look so much better and so much more elevated. And then your kitchen or your space will start to look like a designer was there. Number 4, a black room needs warm elements in order to feel sophisticated. You can do this with warm wood tones, cognac, there's lots of that out there, beige or gold textiles. Think about a fuzzy beige fabulous gold throw that you could drape on your sofa or drape it at the end of your bed. And brass and gold metals. Brass isn't going anywhere, all right? It is here to stay. It's not the shiny brass of the 80s. So incorporate that as well into your black, gray, and white world to add warmth. There's also a hint in all these images of what there is to do. Can you spot it? That's coming up. Number 3, add color. Spaces with a lot of black and white and gray often stay in that neutral lane, maybe with a little bit of natural elements and cognac mixed in, but you can absolutely add color to a black and white room. It will look so much more custom and interesting if you do. But for color to look good with black, you also need to incorporate those pale neutrals or white for balance so that it doesn't get too heavy. Number 2, adding texture. Black can be a hard-edged color, so adding in texture is a great way to add interest, softness, and a layered, sophisticated look. Especially if you're not going to introduce color, focus on pieces with texture. And also, go back and look at that inspiration image or video that you saw that had you decide to paint that room black. You'll notice it's not just the black paint that you were drawn to. It's the fact that there was texture on the walls. A few years ago, when Chris Loves Julia painted their primary bedroom brown, everybody was talking about it. So I took one look at the room and I thought, oh, like, I wonder if this is Fair and Ball, because Fair and Ball often does what? When they showcase their colors, well, they add picture frame molding to the walls. And that was the difference between the before and the after. Because as you can see, at the time, she didn't repeat any of the brown in the decorating, but what made that room look amazing was all the picture frame molding. But please don't just install random geometric molding on the walls. That's really not good design. Most people don't live in a modern house. It's a trend that had its moment and it's gone. Don't do that one. Now, there were hints of this most important step in most of the images that you saw in this video. Just like with any room, but especially a dark and moody room, you need lamps. And we're talking lamps with a white shade, okay? You need to have plenty of those, have at least one in each corner before you start adding metal shades that just give you a spotlight. You can learn more about the power of decorating and styling in styling school. You can get access to these modules about lamps and pillows and gallery walls will be coming up next in my True Color Insider community. I'll post the links below to join. Any projects that you might be working on, you want to be inside of a timeless community like mine, where people are actually going to be giving you the right advice, and my team is in there too. Now, wall sconces are also a great way to make your black walls come to life. You don't have to hardwire them in. There's lots of lighting that you can buy that you can plug into the wall, and you can also buy rechargeable bulbs. But notice the difference between this wall with the 2 glowing lampshades versus these other walls that don't have a white shade. It's huge. So you want to always look for the lamp with a white shade. That makes all the difference for atmosphere and giving the room a feeling that you want to be in. The bottom line to all of this is always decorating and styling. That's the way to distract from mistakes that you've made, from colors that you might not love. Just repeat those colors, add art to the walls. It makes a huge difference. I'm here for you, so post your questions below. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.